Oh, I don't have a game ball. Hold on. Sorry about that. Game balls. It's been raining all day. It's actually kind of a misty rain right now, so I don't want to be out here too long. I don't want to get a cold and get sick. My voice is a little hoarse from all the screaming that I did and so on. But it is now officially the NFL offseason, the NFL winter. The Super Bowl is the culmination of all of that work that went into the season, all of those games and everything else. And it's sad because we don't have games again until September, months from now. It seems like it takes too long for the season to get here, and it seems like it goes by too fast. And I want to say to each and every one of you football players that are out there doing inhuman things to your body and taking risks purely for our entertainment. As we learned this season, every play is putting your life at risk. DeMar Hamlin, shout out to you, bro. So glad to see that you were at that game. But just seeing Pat Mahomes, knowing that he had high ankle sprain a couple of weeks ago, playing 2 weeks ago on it, and seeing him get it hurt again. We, the average person, couldn't come close to the courage that each and every one of those guys are going through. Some of those hits that we saw tonight were just freaking insane. And I want to say, neither of you teams have anything to be disappointed about, because you made it to the highest point, the highest game in your profession. Unfortunately, only one team can go home happy at the end of the season. Only one. Shout out to Kansas City that, after having 50-some years of not winning a Super Bowl, have now won 2. Shout out, and this is game balls, shout out to Andy Reid, who's now talking about retiring. And I dare say that for him, this has to be full circle. To have won now 2 Super Bowls and to beat the team that said, get out of town. We can do better without you, has to be the cherry on top. And I almost hoped that if he was going to retire, that when he was up on the podium getting the Super Bowl trophy, that would have been the moment that he said, thank you, NFL. I have done it all. I have lived all of my dreams throughout here, and it's now time for me to go. That would have been the storybook ending right there. Eagle fans, I told you you better not lose this game. And it's a damn shame that your quarterback choked. That your quarterback lost the game. Your quarterback lost the game. That fumble was the difference between winning and losing this game. It just was. You lost by 3 points. Your quarterback doesn't have butterfingers and lose the ball where Kansas City gets a touchdown. You win the game. Even with that, you win at halftime with a 10-point lead, with the quarterback on one leg. Pat Mahomes, you get the game ball. You the MVP. You the bomb diggity. You are the man. You are on totally different level that you can literally play on one leg, much like one Doug Williams did. I'm old enough to remember, and I'm gonna say some things that I know people are gonna twist it around and all that, but that's fine because that's the way y'all do it. But see, I was actually a Doug Williams fan when he was first out of college. It wasn't that I cared about Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was awful. But you have to understand, seeing Doug Williams, a black quarterback, playing quarterback. It's not like today where you got two black quarterbacks in there. Seeing him in Tampa Bay literally get pounded. The team was so bad. And you wonder if Doug Williams had like a Bill Walsh as a coach, what his career would have been like. But at least when he came to Washington with Joe Gibbs, a guy who understood what a quarterback is, that when he got his opportunity, he played well. And remembering him getting bent backwards with that knee, bent backwards, and you knew Washington down 10-0, that nobody had come back from a 10-point deficit before. That team was over because Jay Schrader sucked. But somehow Doug Williams on one leg willed that team to win and literally had a second quarter explosion like none other. And that performance by Pat Mahomes on one leg is just as great. He made runs when there was no way in the world you thought that he could. You could see him wincing in pain when he'd get up. Oh, he's smiling. You can tell he's in pain. He beat you guys. He was the difference maker. He is the best quarterback in football, hands down. There is no debate in that. Jalen Hurts, you had a great game. And the reason I say you lost the game is because that's the kind of treatment that if that had been Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, the headline would be that one fumble, that one play. Jalen Hurts, you played an incredible game running the football. Although you got to work on your Hail Mary, son. Your arm looked a little bit weak right there on getting the ball down the field. It looked a little bit weak there, but that's okay. We got plenty of time to roast the Eagles. I'm sure I won't see too many Eagle fans for quite a while. It's all good. We got plenty of time. And you know, I gotta be honest that, wow, I dodged a bullet. That had I couldn't be here right now if the Eagles had won. I could not. I probably would have to shut down my channel for a couple of weeks and slowly work my way back into it because Eagle fans would be all over the place. But I don't think I'm going to have that problem right now. Because here's the thing, Eagles, you're going to say, well, at least we made the Super Bowl. Yeah, you did. Beating the Giants and Daniel Jones and Josh Johnson. Be thankful you didn't have to play the Cowboys again. Because my quarterback owns you guys. He owns your ass. But see, I guarantee you that tomorrow, that the talking heads, that the Dan Orlowskis won't be talking about how Jalen Hurts lost the game. That Jalen Hurts' fumbling problem. I guarantee you we won't hear that from anybody. We won't. It only happens if you're the Dallas Cowboys. But now, everybody is 0-0 and begin to plan for next year. I hope Jerry Jones, and maybe this is just hope against hope, that nothing's going to happen, but that Jerry Jones takes note that one of the guys that was instrumental in this game was a guy that you decided, meh, I don't need him. You see how Juju played right there tonight? That's the difference between Kansas City and the Dallas Cowboys. They traded Tyreek Hill. They got a lot of draft capital back, and they said, we got to replace him. They brought in 5 receivers. 5 receivers. That's the difference between winning and losing. And we decide we're going to get rid of Amari Cooper. Don't get draft picks back. And we get a 3rd-round draft pick and James Washington. That was our whole plan of replacing one of the top receivers of football. And that's why we weren't there tonight. Whew. Well, at least the Eagles don't get the prize. Oh, I got one more MVP. MVP! MVP, Shady. MVP tonight. The final game ball for the Kansas City Chiefs goes to Jalen Hurts for that fumble. Without that fumble, Kansas City don't win that game, bro. They just don't. Well, I'm going to get out of this rain and get inside because I don't want to get sick. But as always, I want to thank you guys for being here. And remember, tell the people you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys, especially you Eagles, for losing. Peace out, and God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Cry, Eagles, cry, because you are a bunch of losers. Cry, Eagles, cry, because we're all partying on your ass.